Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment and the Tennessee Titans 2021 regular season schedule has now been released, and what a better time than to play the game that we love to play, win, loss, win, loss. Now I know it's stupid, but we have to enjoy some stupid things in life. There's no way that we're even gonna get 90% of these right. We'll hope for 80. If we get 60, we won. It's very difficult to get this right. What is it, 4 months away from the beginning of the regular season? But damn it, it's the off season. It's May 12th. This is the last big bit of news we're gonna get Tennessee Titans related for months probably. We need to discuss it. We need to play the game. Now, we have two graphics that I have here. We have the first graphic, which is beautiful. It shows the schedule, and it has highlighted in the dark blue the home games, and in the white you see the away games. While it is a beautiful graphic, it's kind of hard to read, and I don't want to read it, so we're going to use this graphic today. And let me get back in the shot. We're going to use this graphic because although it's not nearly as beautiful, we can read it a lot better. And let me tell you, now I've been very low on my Tennessee Titans expectations recently. You know, we've done the offensive roster analysis. I've told you that my expectations are low heading into this season. But after looking at this schedule, I have my eyebrow raised. Now, I'm still being very clear here, hopefully. We are not a Super Bowl team. I don't want to hear anyone saying the Super Bowl word, term, phrase, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't want to hear anyone saying anything about no damn Super Bowl. Even the AFC South is a conversation, and two of our teams in the division stink to all hell. And even then, I'm not sure about the damn division. Okay, so I don't want to hear about the Super Bowl. But the playoffs and the AFC South, okay, we can have a conversation and looking at the schedule. Now, the thing is with this schedule, we're going to have to, I'll give my prediction, right? My early prediction. We're going to give a range as well, best case, worst case scenario, because there are so many games in the schedule that can go 50-50 because we are now no longer a definitive top 5 team. You know, we were flirting with that. I guess you can argue whether or not we ever really were, but we definitely were flirting with that. You know, now we're top 10-ish, and we're facing a lot of teams that are top 10-ish. We're facing the NFC West, and a lot of those teams are exactly where we are. So it just depends on where you want to flip the coin and decide where these matchups fall. So let us begin with week 1, where we have exactly what I'm talking about. We have the Arizona Cardinals visiting Tennessee, visiting Nashville, week 1. The Cardinals are a better team than us. Now, it's not a significant difference. In fact, you could even argue, some of you will, that they're not better than us yet, that they need to prove it, but on paper, they're better. I mean, they signed AJ Green, who, yes, he's about done, but they also signed Rondale Moore. They drafted Zaven Collins, addition to that defense. They got Malcolm Butler, by the way. Now, they let go of Patrick Peterson, but they're going to have continued development from Isaiah Simmons defensively, Byron Murphy defensively. I think the Cardinals are ever so slightly better than us. Ever so slightly. I'm not saying it's a big difference. I'm just saying ever so slightly. But they're coming to Nashville. That gives us a bit of an advantage. And they are a dome team. Now, they're used to the heat because they are in Arizona, but they are a dome team. And they're still going to take some time to get their offense really to gel. And their running back position still isn't much to be feared. Now, DeAndre Hopkins, I definitely fear. Okay, make no doubt about that. I'm going to have to find someone to cover him. But for week 1, can we get this win? You know what? Right now, I'm going to say yes. I'm giving it to us here. Now, you look at the week 2 matchup, and you're talking about at Seattle. Okay, so to me, it's going to be a split. Right now, I'm saying we're beating the Cardinals. We're losing to Seattle. I think the Cardinals are better than Seattle, but the Cardinals are visiting us, and we're visiting Seattle. Now, Seattle is much easier to win now there than it has been in the past, okay? Now, last year was obviously because of the COVID situation. You know, obviously their crowd size was limited, so I think that had a lot to do with it. So I'm willing to say 1-1 after the first 3 games. Right now, I'm saying that we'll be the Cardinals and lose to the Seahawks, but it could easily be the flip. Could we be 2-0? Yes. Could be 0-2? Also possibly. But I think a greater possibility that we're 2-0 than 0-2. Because I'm not really that afraid of the Seahawks, to be quite honest with you. I don't say we don't win at least one of these games. I just feel like the Cardinals at home, week 1, we'd get that win. I don't know. All right, we move on, though, to week 3 as we host the Indianapolis Colts. Now, we lost to the Colts at home last season. We got our asses kicked. And then we returned the ass kicking in Indianapolis a couple weeks later. So, I mean, who knows what really to expect here, especially with Carson Wentz now being an Indianapolis Colt. That's a whole new ordeal. And I'm not sure exactly how that's going to look. And unfortunately, they just got their left tackle now with Eric Fisher. Now, he should probably still be out for this game. Maybe if he's coming back, he'll be just coming back. So that's the one weakness, really, that they have in their entire team. And their pass rush isn't great. But I still like how we match it because Colts, generally, I think they're maybe a little bit better roster-wise right now. But at home, we should beat them. We should. At the very least, we should split with them. I'll give us the home victory this year. We move on to week 4. We travel to New York and face the New York Jets. Now, this is one of those sneaky matchups that you have to be careful of. This is where we lost to the Cincinnati Bengals last season. I don't think it was week 4, but it was around week 6 or 7. Probably week 7. Where we went to go face a rookie quarterback. We slept on the team. They snuck up on us and they won the game. It could easily happen here. Maybe Zach Wilson is as good as most people think. I don't think so. And even if he is, at the very least, they should still be just getting in the rhythm and flow of things. And we should be able to beat the Jets here. I'm not afraid of the Jets. They're still one of the worst teams in the league. So just like that, people, we're 3-1. Now, there's a chance we might lose those first 2, and if we lose the first 2, I feel like we'd have to come out for game 3. The first 3 teams, I'm not sleeping on them. Those are all playoff teams. Seahawks, I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team this year, but sure. And then Colts are a playoff team this year. So they're all playoff teams. I'm not sleeping on them. But I just feel it's going to work out to being 3-1 right there. And then you're talking about week 5 is going to go face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, here's the thing with this. Again, I know we can lose this game. We've lost this game plenty of times. In fact, it kind of feels like it's one of those years where the Jaguars aren't going to beat us. I mean, honestly. We did sweep them last year, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we did. They won one game, and it certainly wasn't against us. Funny if it was against the Colts, which is ridiculous. Yeah, people won't like this. This is one of the years where the Jaguars beat us. I'm sorry. It's going to be one of those frustrating games. You're going to hate it. I'm going to hate it. It's going to be ugly. We're going to curse the TV. We're going to curse everybody on the team. It's just one of those years. I mean, it happens more years than not, first of all, in our hit franchise history. And it just feels like one of those years. So 3-2. Now I'm going to get pushed back on, but I'm ready for it. We move on to the next one. We host the Buffalo Bills. Now, if you remember last season, we had success against the Buffalo Bills. We killed them on a Tuesday night game. Now, the thing about this Tuesday night game was there were some COVID, parameters, and circumstances surrounding the game that had to have it delayed. But we matched up well against the Bills, and we still kind of do. So I like that. I feel like they're going to want revenge from last year's matchup, though, so that does concern me. But until their offense, and specifically their passing game, really becomes particularly fearful, I'm not too afraid of the Bills. Even the defense, it is good. I don't think it's great. At home Monday night, I think we can get it done. Now, this is me being a little hopeful. I'm not going to deny that, but I think we can get it done. Now we'll reel it in as we host the Kansas City Chiefs. And we've upset the Chiefs in recent years. We're not going to do it here. I mean, we could. I'm not going to have that. I think the Chiefs are better than us right now, 4-3 right there. Even though the fact that we're hosting them. Then we travel to Indianapolis and we face the Indianapolis Colts. See, now things are getting a little problematic. You notice this? Okay, so again, we're going to split with the Colts this year. I mean, maybe Carson Wentz is a disaster. If he is, then we could actually sweep the Colts. Potentially, possibly. I open up myself to that possibility. For right now, I'm not seeing that. I think they're just as good as they were last year. We split with them last year. We're going to split with them again. They could even end up being better than they were last year. Could. I'm not saying they will. I think it's going to be about the same, but they could. So right now, I have that being a loss. So we're 4-4 now, people. Okay, things are getting a little ugly. Things are going to get better. But they're a little ugly right now. And then we travel to LA and face the LA Rams, where I think we're going to be overmatched. I think this Matthew Stafford fit in LA is very dangerous. I think the offense is going to be much improved. I think their defense is already great. I think it's going to continue to be quite great. And I don't like this matchup for us. Now, luckily, we would be quite desperate coming off of 2 losses. 2 straight losses. So I do like that. But I have to, for right now, say loss. Now, I know what you're thinking, 4 and 5, everything's falling down, it's a disaster. Now things get good, okay? This is where the party's gonna get started, because looking at the rest of the schedule, I'm not afraid of much, if anything. So then we move on and we go to New Orleans. Oh no, we didn't go to New Orleans. We host the New Orleans Saints. No Drew Brees. Oh, no Drew Brees? Who are they starting? Taysom Hill? Who are they starting? Jameis Winston? I don't care. I think the Saints without Drew Brees, I mean, they were able to win games with Teddy Bridgewater. Don't get me wrong. But I think we can beat them without Drew Brees. That's 5 and 5. We move on to the next matchup, hosting the Houston Texans. I don't think Deshaun Watson is going to be their quarterback this year. He could still be on the roster, but he's dealing with, I mean, the guy has shown his penis to half of Houston. Okay, I don't think he's going to be on the football field this year. So, and I'm not making light of that, but also I kind of am, but I'm not. He shouldn't have done it. Okay, but still, it's a win for us. We're 6 and 5 there. Then we travel to New England to face the New England Patriots. Now, I don't know what you think about this Mac Jones. I don't care about this guy. I think he's scheduled to be the worst quarterback in the first round of this draft. Maybe it could be a Trey Lance or a Zach Wilson. But I think he's scheduled to be that. I don't fear him. This Patriots team should be better. It should be better, and I don't want to sleep on that. But I think, last year they showed how they're a mediocre team right now, and I think we're still a step above them, so I have us winning this matchup. Boom, we're on a winning streak. We have a bye week. We come back from the bye week. We host the damn Jacksonville Jaguars. Although they beat us earlier this season, they snuck up on us with Trevor Lawrence. We get revenge here. We're 8 and 5. We travel to Pittsburgh. We face the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, this is an interesting one. I have no idea what to expect from the Steelers this season. Big Ben is coming back. He showed signs of aggression last season. I expect those signs to continue. The wide receiver core is not really significantly improved. Now, they will have more, experience, right? They're a young wide receiver core. They'll be slightly more experienced, so that'll help. Their defense, they've lost some pieces. They've gotten a little older, and they really haven't replaced those pieces. They're a worse team than they were last year when they kicked our ass, and they definitely did kick our ass. So that is important to note. So what is going to happen here? Well, I'm really 50-50 on this one. I'm even looking at it now, and I still can't make a damn decision, but time is of the essence. Okay, I will go ahead and concede that we will lose this one only because we always lose to this damn team. I mean, it's just, especially in Pittsburgh. I mean, this could be the year. I mean, the running back position is, well, they just drafted Najee Harris. He's actually probably going to be pretty good. I was about to make an argument that the running back position is now a weakness, and it could be, but Najee Harris is pretty good. So I think they'll still beat us, unfortunately. We're going to hate it, but I think it's going to happen. But then we host the 49ers, and this is a point in the season where Trey Lance should be starting. Now, I'm very up and down on Trey Lance. And the 49ers last year, they dealt with a lot of injuries, dog. Now, I don't think they're the Super Bowl team that they once were. I don't expect them to be 13-4 or anything crazy like that this year, but they're going to be about our level. So again, these NFC West teams, they're all on our level. Each and every single one of them on our level. This division is going to determine everything. And also our own division, because we have to take care of business, and we won't. Okay, we're going to lose 2 games in our division. It's written in stone. I mean, it's just, that's this team. If you don't understand this team at this point, what can I tell you? Okay, so here, I really want to say win. It's on Thursday night, but whoa! You look at that 49er front, man. I mean, what do? We run the ball, and the 49ers have the best defensive line in the league. Okay, so I don't know how much success we're going to have. Now, well, you could argue maybe not anymore after they've lost to Forrest Buckner, but it's still pretty damn good. Okay, so I'm going to go 8-7. But, the last 2 games. 1, we host the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins are improved. They're improved. But this is the final push for the playoffs. We're hosting them after a Thursday night game the week before, getting prepped and getting ready. And Tua, at this point, he's still up and down. I have us winning that game. And then the final game at Houston, again, Deshaun Watson has shown his penis to half of Houston. I don't expect him to be there. The Texans stink. As a result, I have us winning the game 10-7. Now, let me go and say this. I've said 10-7. Looking at this schedule, if we can get these games to go our way, more games than I'm expecting, right? So I had us losing to the 49ers. That could easily be a win. Losing to the Steelers. That could easily be a win. Losing to the Seahawks. That could easily be a win. I mean, and I think I had us, losing, those are the ones I think are up for and the Jaguars. You people will debate that, whatever. To me, 13-4 is not happening. Some people say it's happening. I think that's even best case scenario. I think that's not happening. I just think you're being unrealistic. You don't know this team. If you think we're going 13-4 this year, you don't know this team. This team's going to lose to the Jaguars, at least the Colts. I mean, there's no way we're going 5. We could go 5-1 at the very least. We're not going 6-0 in this division. And then we're not going to go 3-1 against the NFC West. That's not happening. Shut up. Okay, now what we can do is we can run through the AFC East. We can have success there. And then what's the other team we play in the AFC? We face we face an NFC team in the New Orleans Saints. I guess that's how it works now with the 17-game schedule. So we face the New Orleans Saints as that extra NFC game. And then we face the AFC North team and the Steelers we already discussed. And then the AFC West team and who the hell is that? On the Chiefs, so we're going to lose to. I'm sorry, we're going to lose. 13-4 is like, I'll give it a 1% chance. I don't really want to talk about it. Now, I do want to discuss 12-5. I think it's possible. If this defense is better than I think it will be, and it shows up more consistently, and all of a sudden Josh Reynolds may end up being that number 2 people are saying that he is, and all of a sudden you look at Dez Fitzpatrick and he's able to catch balls consistently and able to make an impact as a rookie, and maybe Darrynton Evans ends up being a dynamic backup running back, you put in Dylan Radins in there at right tackle and he's moving people, Derrick Henry challenges for 2,000 yards again, we're talking. We're having a conversation about 12-5. Now, worst case scenario, these 50-50 games do not go our way. We lose to both the Cardinals and the Seahawks. And then even the next game against the Colts may be at home. And we start we fumble a little bit. We lose to the Jazz. We lose to the Colts. I don't want to discuss losing to the Texans. It ain't going to happen without Deshaun Watson. So we're not going to discuss that. But we lose to the Patriots. We lose to the Steelers. We lose to the 49ers. We lose to the Dolphins. Like these 50-50 games, we just lose them all, or at least most of them. Let me count. How many 50-50 games do we have in my opinion? So to me, we have the Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Colts twice. We have the Bills. To me, the Chiefs are not a 50-50. I think that's just we're going to lose. The Rams, I would say the Saints is a 50-50. It's a 50-50. Patriots, I don't think it's really 50-50. Some people will say it is. I don't think it is. The Steelers is, the 49ers is, and the Dolphins is. That's 10 games, people. I mean, we're not gonna lose all 10, but let's say we go 2-8, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble. You also lost to like the Jaguars and you shouldn't have. And then all of a sudden you're, what is that? Something in 9, these new records, I don't know, whatever in 9, 8-9. Maybe even worst case scenario, even beyond that. I mean, I could see 7-10 if things really go bad, but that would be with injuries. Discounting injuries, 8-9. There's no reason why we should be worse than 8-9. I just don't. And listen to this 8-9. What is that? What did I just say? 8-9. That's ugly setting off my tongue. Ugh. So it's not bad. I mean, the schedule, it's a lot of 50-50 games. Will we be healthy? If we're not healthy, okay, we're in trouble. Because we could lose all these 50-50 games and we're in trouble. If A.J. Brown goes down, that's it. There goes the passing game. They're going to sign me up at wide receiver. We're in trouble. But if we can stay healthy, we can do some things. Now, no Super Bowl. I don't want to hear no talks about no damn Super Bowl. AFC South. It's us and the Colts. That's it. Mano y mano. The Jaguars are coming. They won't be here this year. But they're coming. We're going to lose to them this year. I'm telling you this. But it's interesting. The schedule's not bad. And that gives me a little bit more faith headed into 2021. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the Tennessee Titans 2021 regular season schedule. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment. I'm out. See you all later.